Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. I wanted to start about 10 minutes earlier, but I got delayed. Let's see. You want to come in now? Come on. All right, go outside. Come on, go outside. Sorry about that. The cat wanted to come in the house, but I don't trust her. Might tear something up. And then I could see she was outside this bedroom with this office door. It's actually an office. Well, it's a bedroom or an office, whatever you want to make it into. But she's scared to come in here because I had that space heater running and making that fan sound. So she keeps looking in there, scared of it. I don't know what she's going to do when I turn the central heat on with the big fan. She's going to have to get used to that. She mainly lives on the back porch where the big blower motor is, and that thing's loud. Anyway, it's not your concern, but it did delay me, and that's why I had to get up. I said, go out and eat your food. So she went out and started eating it. I just got 2 stray cats now as well, says Scruffy Janitor. Yeah, this thing just showed up. She got a stub tail like that long. My friend David thinks it's a natural tail like that. I think it got cut off, but whatever the case, I had to move the food to the back porch because there was a raccoon kept eating the food off the front porch. The back porch is screened in, and the raccoon never realized the food was there, I guess. So she mainly just hangs out on the back porch and in the backyard all day, which is better than the front because it's not about it. She would perhaps go in the street. But there's a little trap door for the cat. I had it for the dog years ago. All right, so we got Ballantine. Now, she was out all night, Nicole. She didn't seem to mind. I didn't hear her crying to come in. Covered with fur, so 42 degrees, it's like normal temperature for an animal like that. Ballantine's finest. I guess that sounds better than them calling it Ballantines cheapest because it's their least expensive brand variant. There's the 2 Scottish flags, a griffin, all kind of other stuff. Ballantines was started in 1827, but this particular one didn't come out till 1910. Now they're saying there's no age statement on either one of these. They're saying, oh, we haven't changed the recipe in all those years. Oh, but it was 86 proof. Now it's 80. Okay, but they didn't change anything. All right. Chivas Brothers owns it now. It's no longer Ballantine. It says George Ballantine and Son, but it's been sold off for years. It's owned by Chivas Brothers. Nice squared off brown bottle, protects it from the light. And this big bottle cost me $27.99 plus tax. And it was bottled on September 24, 2020 during the scamdemic. We're still in the scamdemic. We're going to always be in the scamdemic. These tyrannists never let that stuff go. Power mad, Distilled, matured, and blended in Scotland. Established 1887. It says Glenfiddich, 1887. Grant's blended Scotch whiskey, the family reserve, now known as Triple Wood. Family owned. Now this one is still owned by the Grant family. 5 generations of whiskey making. This big bottle was like $21, $20.99. So we're looking at 21 versus no, you know what? I think it was $23.77. $23.99. It was actually cheaper per ounce though than buying the regular size bottle. This much I know. So we only talking about a $4 difference per bottle. I'm pretty sure, like $4. One still family owned, one is sold off. What do they say about the triple wood? Grant's triple wood. The third makes it Grant's. Many whiskeys take their flavor from just one cask, but we, Grant's, and they own Glenfiddich too, by the way. That's their single malt that's blended into. But we mature Grant's triple wood in 3 different types of wood. Virgin oak casks, that means oak that's never been used before, provide spicy robustness. American oak lends subtle vanilla smoothness and bourbon smoothness. And bourbon refill, so we got American oak of some sort, and then bourbon refill, that's ex-bourbon casks, bourbon barrels, we call it, offers brown sugar sweetness, resulting in a smoother, richer, mellower taste. 2 barrels make it good. The third makes it Grant's. Sweet, vanilla, and spice. They say it's equally spicy, vanilla-y, and sweet, with smooth fruit in the middle. Taste and notes. Complex, clean, with notes of ripe pear and summer fruits. I never can pick all this stuff up when I smell. Balances vanilla sweetness with malty and light floral fragrances. That's the taste. And then finishes long and sweet with a subtle hint of smoke. Don't worry about me reading it before I taste it. I never can remember that stuff anyway. Grant's. They have triple wood 12-year brand ambassador. What brand ambassador? Wait. What is this? There's more than, meet Danny. It's some kind of marketing guy. Triple wood 12. But anyway, what difference? I can't probably find but these two. These are probably the only 2 I can get. I might stumble across some other oddball Grants. Our distillery. Built in 1963. The Girvan distillery. Took 9 months to build. Now that's a column still distillery where they make all their grain whiskey, which has to be aged at least 3 years. Grain spirits. The sister distillery is Glenfiddich, and that was built in 1887. So Glenfiddich is where the single malt comes from, you see, and Girvan is where the grain spirits come from. Ballantine's finest. In other words, Ballantine's cheapest. Color, light gold. Soft, elegant heather honey aromas with a hint of spice. Taste, a balance of subtle, sweet flavors like milk, chocolate, red apple, and vanilla. Oh, yeah. Fresh and floral aftertaste that creates a rounded glow. All right. Enough's enough. Let's get to it. B for Ballantines. Bring up Total Wine and More because I want to check the price. I know what I know what the Ballantines price is. I want to check on Grant's. Lou Grant's. So we got Lou Grant's whiskey. I've not had the Mary or the Ted or the Murray. You know, I haven't had the Rhoda or the Phyllis. I only have had the Lou Grant's. The Lou Grant. All right. Put this back up. Let's see, Grant Scotch. $24.49. Okay, so it went up $1. No, it went up 50 cents. It was $23.99. It's $24.49. Grant's 15-year is $67.99. Grant's 12-year. So you don't even show the 15-year on the website. There it is. Total Wine. Pickup available. Delivery available. I'm not going to give it delivered, obviously. $67.99. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That's Glenn Grant. I don't know who Glenn Grant is. Glenn Grant Ross. I don't know. Where do I go? Who do I turn to? All right, so that's 24. That's the only grants they have. Oh, well. Tell me more. Tell me more. Propaganda and marketing are closely related, I think. Yeah, they're the same thing. Marketing is how to cleverly get your message out to get people interested in buying it, right? That's marketing. Marketing means selling. How can I get people to buy what I'm selling? Sometimes it works. Sometimes it fails. Sometimes it offends people. Sometimes they ignore it. Propaganda is what? Like spreading seeds when you're farming. Propagate. You try to spread your ideas. Now, whether people agree with them or not, we don't know. If you're like, I'm Catholic, so I want to propagate the faith. In other words, you say, well, that's propaganda. You're trying to, what propaganda can be true, or it can be lies, lying propaganda, or it could just be, not based on any kind of controversial issue. It could just be based on something like whiskey, whether you want to drink it or not. The apostles were propagandists. They went around the Near East, right? Near East, Asia Minor, now Turkey, the Levant, which is Lebanon and Syria, Palestine, Cyprus Island, part of Greece today, Greece itself, Athens, remember, and they propagated the faith. Now, was it controversial? Yeah, because some people liked the message, some people disliked the message and were extremely hostile, even violent, and then I guess many people were indifferent. They were just like, oh well, but then it did succeed, you see. Now, the U.S. government uses propaganda every day to try to spread their ideas and all of that. Okay, so we all do that. We all use propaganda and marketing to an extent. All right. I'm not much of a marketeer on my channel. What do? Do I have it all posted on every social media platform? No. Do I think people are wrong to do that? No. If that's what they want to do, go ahead. I'm not chasing subs. I never did. If I get them, that's nice. I appreciate it. I appreciate people watching. But to get up here and beg people to like, comment, subscribe, that's just not my way. That's not my what you say. It's just not my interest, I guess you would call it. Because I look at it more of just like people hanging out together and talking about products, brands. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you're watching, and I don't know you at all. Your people are watching, I don't know them, but we're just saying, oh, look at these two whiskeys. What do you think about it? Here's what I think about it. Here's what I'm finding out. And then we go to the next product, and then the next product, beer, wine, liquor, mostly beer, lots of liquor, a little bit of wine, because it takes me at least it takes at least 2 weeks to drink a regular bottle of wine, and it's going to take months to drink that Carlo Rossi bucket. It's like a barrel. So that's it. You say, well, what's the goal? I mean, you do the videos, you do the taste challenges, you do the live examination. What's the goal? What's the endpoint? What are you trying to accomplish? Well, there is no goal. I'm not trying to accomplish anything. That's the whole point of it. Other people's channel, they got a goal, whatever that goal is. BC's Beer Reviews, OBC's Beer Reviews. Regardless of if it's in a bottle or a can, he's going to be reviewing a beer today. Maybe not today. I appreciate when BC joins. Good morning, Ron. Good morning to you. Oh, well, this smells like typical Scotch. No, scratch that. This smells like typical whiskey, meaning cereal grain, corn, barley, and a little bit of honey. Do they contain honey? No. They're both the same shape. Uh, I'm not sure about that, but I think they're both the same shade of gold, which is like an amber gold. Well, like honey. You see, they look kind of like honey. Like Abba would say, honey, 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 huh. That's a funny video to watch. Their live performance in Germany on some music show. Lip sync. They always lip syncing, back then. Even today, a lot of groups lip sync, but where they pretend like they're singing to a recorded music. But they were notorious for that. Just because mainly they didn't feel comfortable playing live because they thought it would screw up. And then those television shows kind of like force you to do lip sync. They don't want to take any chances. They say do it. It's like a play act, But if you watch the video when they first got popular, they're introducing the band and the head girl, the one that she was the straw that stirred the drink. Agneta Volkskolk, but they call her Anna for the German audience. So they're introducing all the members, and the audience is like, "Yay!" Like, okay, nice. And then they introduce her, and she bent over all the way and touched her toes in a bow, and the audience, all the men in the audience said, "Whoa!" And I was thinking, that's why the band was popular. All right. Anyway, she knew exactly what she was doing. She was no. Well, she was famous before the band got started. Anyway, enough of ABBA. Fun is the goal. Yeah. One day you're going to review a mead. No, one day I'm not. BC's Beer Reviews. BC's Beer Reviews says, I always thought the point of doing reviews in a way is to let people know what to expect with what they're drinking. I don't do that to let people know what to expect. I just do it to say, here's what I think about it. You know what I mean? It's just like, here I am, some person in Louisiana. I bought a camera and made videos. Cereal and honey. Cereal grain and honey. Now, do I smell peat? Like Scotch is all this peatiness. I wouldn't say so. You could drink, you could smell these, and you could just soon think it's Canadian whiskey. You say, oh, that's an atrocity. That's heresy. You're a liar. You're a liar. I'm not lying. That's what Canadian whiskey smell like that, but they might have a little more rye spice in the nose. But I mean, nah, this could be Canadian whiskey for all It could be Irish. Let's go with the taste. Enough's enough. Been my boss. I mentioned that because you was talking about honey, right? Oh yeah, mead. Yeah, no. I read recently anthropologists determined the biblical Philistines had European diribonucleic acid. They were Macedonians essentially. The Philistines were European. Well, I mean, all of those people, the Assyrians, I guess, the Syrians, the Lebanese, Tyre and Sidon, the Hebrews, the Cypriots, the Egyptians, the Lebanese, Cyrenaian, Tripolitania, the Greeks. They were all Caucasoidal people. They were all Aryan people. They were from that root race. You say, what is your evidence? Their artwork. Look at all the paintings and statues they did. You say, well, they meant to do Asiatic, the Oriental race. They were trying to do Mongoloidal, and they didn't know how to do art. They all came out white, Caucasian. Yeah, sure. That's right. Well, getting back to planet Earth now. See, this channel does deal in reality. We joke around a lot, but we deal in reality. Some people can't handle realities. So they'd be like, you hurt my hiney. I'm quitting. I'm blocking you on Facebook because you made me mad. You made me angry. I was like, I didn't make you angry. I presented you with incontrovertible facts and you can't handle the facts. All right. It's not like the movie where the guy's like, you can't handle the truth, but he was actually lying, you know. That was just like some like diversion, getting all loud and being a big shot Marine. He was actually lying. No, I'm not lying. I'm actually telling the truth. So when you deal in facts, some people don't want to deal in facts. They want to deal in their own pretend reality. So they get angry. And they'll say, you hurt my hiney. I'll say, I didn't hurt anything. I've just told you the truth. And you had to take your ball and go home, which is funny because you came running to me. I never came running to you. These people come running to me, you know. Oh man, I just love your videos. They mean so much to me. I'm like, really? Can we be Facebook friends and hang out together? I'm like, okay. And they're like all what you call it, bought in, you know. They're in alcohol eggs. Oh wow, this beer, this whiskey, oh yeah. They'd want to join rock and roll club. Oh wow, I saw that band live. They meant so much to me. And I'm like, okay. And they're almost like, can I be part of your family? Can you adopt me? I'm like, I could in a figurative sense, I suppose. And then it'll be some political thing, you know. Oh, how dare you say that about World War II? I'm like, because it's a fact, you know. Same old pattern, you know. You say, but that sounds like a psychopath. That sounds like somebody who's mentally unstable, who's not necessarily playing with a full deck. Bingo, Jack. Bingo, Jack. But I kind of knew that all along. Um, this tastes like three woods. Woods in my mouth. It's kind of overwoody. Now, where's the peat? Where's the smoke? Not in these two. You want peat? Yeah, you say, yeah. You want smoke? Oh, yeah. Well, don't buy Ballantine's Finest and don't buy Grant's because it ain't going to be there. Now, does that make these bad products? No, because they're not designed to be peaty and smoky. They're designed to be cereal grainy and honeyish. And look, I read the website. They were talking about red apple and vanilla and all. I don't know about the vanilla. I know what vanilla tastes like. I know vanilla. I work with vanilla. Senator, you're no vanilla. And these don't, to me, I'm only one person. They don't taste like vanilla. All right. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm not trying to be like have animosity toward the two brands. I'm saying to me, they taste like cereal grains. You could make granola out of these. And honey. Are they elaborate? To me, I don't see where they are elaborate. You know, I mean, I paid like $50 for these two bottles, which is not excessive, but they're big bottles. But I mean, do they taste way better than the cheapo scotches I have, like Highland Mist and all of that? Do I still have any Highland Mist left? I think that's gone. I got to go check through my back stock. I don't think I have any more. I think I drank it all. No loss there. No, they're not any better. That's the point. Inverhouse, is that drab? Is that a drab product with no kind of special character? Yes. Um, Piper Dean, another super cheapo from Sazerac. Is that anything special? No. Is it bland? Yes. Is it kind of wood oriented, like you taste wood and cereal and a little honey? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's all those things. Now, when I tasted Ballantine on its own, I liked it. But what do I always say? When you put these things in a taste challenge, they begin to break down many times, maybe most of the time. I don't know. I haven't gauged it. I haven't like made notes or kept a running tally or any such thing. Has Ballantine's done well in the taste challenges? Hasn't done well at all. And what I mean by that is it's not getting whipped. It's not like, oh yeah, what I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Piper Dean just killed it. You know, Piper Dean whipped it. Highland Mist tore it up. No, they didn't do that. But they didn't. But it didn't dominate them in a. I can. So why would I pay $27.99? That's the point I'm making. Why would I pay $27.99 for this bottle? And I could turn around and go pay $13.99. Or I could go to CVS Pharmacy and buy the Grand Legacy Scotch for $11.99. Now, is it any good? Couldn't tell you. Never had it. I know it's made by the Legacy Company of Louisville, Kentucky. In other words, Sazerac. Thank you. Is the Ballantine's going to really be $15 better? I'll be shocked if it's 50 cents better, from my experience. 50 cents. So, I mean, if I'm going to drink something that's drab and ordinary and not bad, I am absolutely not saying these taste bad. If they tasted bad, I'd be making a tasting bad face like, ugh. They just taste drab and plain and ordinary. Cereal grain and honey. I don't know how many times I say that. Medium body and they're talking about a lingering finish. I don't know about that. So if I'm gonna drink bland stuff, and I drink a lot of bland stuff, I'm gonna read the comments, y'all. If I'm gonna drink bland products, I'm gonna get the cheapest one I can get. Okay. I don't know about you, but I know about me. If I'm gonna drink a bunch of ordinary products, well, heck, I'm gonna get the cheapest ordinary product I can get. You say, well, that's why you drink natural ice beer, because it's cheap and it tastes ordinary. Yeah, exactly. You got it. Natural ice tastes fine. Is it spectacular? No, but it's an A minus. It's well made. It's a lot better than many craft beers I try that are horrible. So you say you didn't say it was horrible. You said that craft beer was a C. Right. But I paid $4.99 for the can. So if I pay $4.99 for a can and it scores a 75, to me that's horrible, because I'm paying $19.96 for a 30-pack of natural ice that's like way better. No, we got a problem. Okay, let's go to the comments. Oh, you say you didn't even tell which is which. I know you noticed that. Now this one here, and this is maybe it's a little lighter. And there is a Ballantine's light whiskey. Ballantine's, I've never seen it, but I saw it on the internet. Some people doing videos for it. It's like 30%, 35% alcohol. It's light. I mean, if that's what you want to drink, that's fine with me. I know there's a light Canadian whiskey. I've seen them. But these things are 99%. They're 95% similar and 5% different, if it's 5%. Beer Hounds says Beer Hounds Beer Reviews. Bill says the greatest evil right now on the planet is not evil, it's ignorance. Well, that's a big part of it, and willful ignorance. See, a lot of what we're dealing with, Bill, is a willful ignorance. Say like a historical event. People are in their comfort zone, and they will not entertain alternate thinking. Like they'll just say, "That's the way it is." And you say, no, well, but wait a minute. April Glaspie in 1990, what was it, June 1990, she said that the U.S. was not going to get involved or had no interest in intra-Arab problems. Was that some sort of signal that they would not get involved in a conflict between Iraq and Kuwait? In other words, was it bait to get them to like entice them into attacking? You said, well, that doesn't mean anything. It means a lot. Or like, who was it? Wasn't it Dulles or somebody? Or was it, no, it might have been Assistant Secretary of State. It might have been somebody like, I know it wasn't McGeorge Bundy, but it was somebody like in that crowd in 1950 said that Korea was outside of the United States defensive perimeter. He made that statement. Korea is outside of the United States defensive perimeter. So you wonder, was that an enticement to attack? And people are like, I'm a super patriot. Hoorah. I don't ever question anything. I was like, okay, well, maybe you're not smart. You know? And that's what I talk about, willfully ignorant, because I'm giving you the information and you will not look at it. All right, let's go back to the comments and we off the air. Uncle Ron, Dark Lotus says, Uncle Ron, adopt me, become a famous YouTuber and leave me in your will. That's the kind of people I associate with, I'm afraid. Checking in, Ron says, Jeep and Foodie. Hello, Jeep and Foodie. Just cracked the Temblor chocolate pecan porter, says Beer Hound. Ooh, I'd love to try it. Just drink Kessler and be happy. Kessler is the next blended whiskey I'm going to buy. And why am I doing that? For Bill. See, that's dedication. I'll go buy a whole big handle bottle for a fan. You say, he's not a fan. He does his own videos. He's an associate. Okay, I'm sorry. I meant to say an associate. Excuse me. The Yingling Hershey's chocolate porter is good this year. It's better this year, isn't it? They improved it, didn't they? They were watching videos, I think, and they said, we got to, I don't say it's way better, but it is better. Like a little bit better, yes. War is a racket. It is a racket. It's not a tennis racket. It's a racket, and it's a profitable racket. And people love it. Just messing with you, says Dark Lotus. Beer Hound said, nice. So I'm going to get the Kessler, the Julius Kessler. All right. Okay. This one has more of a bread dough. You say that means more single malt. It's a higher percentage, perhaps, or a bolder flavor of single malt whiskey, probably from one of the Chivas Brothers single malt distilleries, like the Glenlivet or something like that. Ah, right. The other one is too much cereal grain. So I'm gonna say this one is a little better, but not really much better. But it is better, and I think it's Ballantines because of that bread dough. Forget the peat, forget the smoke, like I just said. Oh, what a catastrophe, what a fiasco, what a calamity. That's the Grants. Oh, boy. Never would have believed it. I never in my wildest dreams, I never would have believed that Grants would beat Ballantines. So it wins because it's $4 cheaper, $3.50 cheaper, and it has a better breadier taste. Well, James P. Madonna, you win because James P. Madonna was a big fan of Grant's, and I had said some things I didn't like. It tasted kind of yucky, and Jason Cleveland shared that video, a recording of me saying, I don't know why he would do that. Like, here's Ronald saying he doesn't like it and record it, like, you know, from one of my videos. I thought that's a little strange. What are you trying to incite trouble or a conflict or something? I don't know. That's a bit odd, but I told James, I said, well, I have trouble with Grants because sometimes I think it's okay and other times I think it's nasty. I'm never going to back down. I mean, I'm never going to back down. Like if I say something tastes nasty sometimes and somebody says, like, I'm getting angry, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I would tell them, well, Toodles, don't talk to me anymore. Jill and Jet talked about you in a song called Fake Friends. I don't need that. You know, why you didn't quit yet? Why you didn't unfriend me yet? What are you waiting for? Come on, let's go. Do it. So I said this years ago. I'm not dealing with these baby cry people. This is not baby cry. And he was saying, well, it's a small family-owned company. I said, well, it's not small. Grant and Sons is huge. It's a huge company. Nothing small about it. It is family-owned, though. He was under the impression like it was some small cabin, you know, you know what I'm saying, some small craft whiskey company. No, no, it's family-owned. Heineken is family-owned. Remember this. Keep this in your head. Heineken is a family-owned company, and it's one of the biggest beer companies in the world. Sazerac, family-owned, one of the biggest liquor companies in the world. All right. Anyway, well, I'm a little shocked, but I'm not dismayed. Not dismayed. So later on today, because Wednesday is going to be a problem, because we got Wednesday's Joker's Wild Wednesday at 7:20 Eastern p.m. We're gonna bring any liquor of your liquor, wine, beer, chocolate milk, water. Get review water, and I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna bring. I might bring that toasted Bach. That what you call that? Leinenkugel's toasted Bach. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm gonna bring. I got one bottle left. Why not? Heck, never had Yingling beer. Oh yeah, you're in California. Y'all can't get them. The horror. Yeah, right. Well, this was no horror, but it was a shock. See, Kessler's will have a chance. I think Kessler's going to do all right. Kessler's is pretty good. It's an all right product. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching this failure. I guess you could call it an eggnog. That's not a bad idea, but I haven't cracked open that 2 stars yet, so I'm saving it till next month, which means midnight, right? Okay. Well. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry I failed, but we got another Scotch Taste Challenge coming up around, about 9:30 Pacific time this morning, something like that. All right. Thanks, everybody.